Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. I know this is a little different for me today. I normally don't ever go on this early unless I'm not in this country. But I am in the US of A today, and I had some time today in the earlier afternoon to go on, so I thought, why not go on? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday. Yes, to the weekend. It's been a long week for quite a few people. Including yours truly. Glasses off here. Still in. There we go. Alright, well, my name is Sophie. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and thank you so much for your subscription. If you are returning, welcome, good to see you. I am a tarot reader, and today I am reading from the Tarot del Fuego deck by Ricardo Cavallo. He is a Spanish artist. I believe he's in Alava in Spain. So don't know where that is, but he's in Spain. And he's an amazing artist. I love this deck. I don't know if I've seen any other readers with this deck. I don't know if anyone else is too familiar with it. I think one of my clients had seen it before, but love this deck. I can answer any of your questions that you may have. And all of my donation information is posted at the top of the chat, and I'm going to summon my Nightbot. It's also posted throughout the chat. I am still not able to take Cash App right now. That is still on hold. If I'm never able to take Cash App again, I will let y'all know. But I for now, it is a temporary thing. I'm still working on it. So yeah, I can answer any of your questions with the exception of legal and or medical questions. And I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. I cannot communicate with absolutely everybody who has passed on, but the success rate is very high. I do ask if that is something that you would be interested in doing. I do ask that you just give me a couple minutes to check in and make sure that I can communicate with them, and everything is kosher. We can commence. We had a very successful mediumship yesterday. They are definitely quite remarkable, and if you just want to check and see if someone you would like to communicate with who has passed from this earthly realm, if you would just like to see if I can communicate with them, I can check. I don't charge for that. It only takes me a moment. So if you just want to know if they're available, I can always check for you as well. And whenever you're ready, we can go forward or not. It's up to you. But just putting that out there as well. Some people do check and wait until they're ready. There's no commitments there that you need to make. I also have been studying and have been active in past life regression studies and therapy. I've undergone it myself. I've been studying it for years and years and years. Actually, since childhood. The first books I ever read was Helen Wambach's Past Life Regression, one of my favorite books. And I have developed a form of past life regression utilizing tarot and my ability to communicate with my spirit guides. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings, and those can be read in a few different manners. One, we can ask, is the person the object of your affection. That doesn't have to be romantic, but is the person who you are questioning as a soulmate in your life. Are they indeed a soulmate? If they are indeed a soulmate, of what context are they a soulmate? Hi, Sully. Absolutely, girl. How are you doing? Good to see you. I know I'm normally not on this early, but that's what we're doing today. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, the donation list is open right now. So, oh, I can't take Cash App today though, Sully. But I can take everything else. I can take PayPal, Venmo, SuperChat. I know, it's so nice to see you, love. I can't remember the last time we chatted. I feel like it was maybe a month ago or so. But I sincerely hope you're doing very well, especially as the seasons are changing. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely welcoming the warm weather. I forgot my beverage, and I'm so thirsty. Oh, you bet. Well, if you're going to go ahead and make a donation, Miss Sully, I'm gonna just run upstairs to the kitchen and grab my drink, and I'll be right back. 1 second, everybody. Thank you. All right, and we are back. We are back. We are back. Thank you so much, Sully, for your donation, love. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get this cue going. All right, Sully. So, you were interested in a 15 card reading, right, love? Did I? Yeah, yeah. Oh, you said for a full and a mini. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 15 cards, no problem. Thank you so much. Okay, so for Minnie, will Carlos ever speak to me again? Lately, he keeps watching my social media. Okay. And what's Carlos's sign and what's your sign again, hon? You're Sagittarius, right? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Carlos ever speak to Sully again? Lately he's on my mind, but I don't know why, because we don't talk much these days. Okay. Are you seeing anyone right now, currently? We have Knight of Swords reversed. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Sully. I don't know why this happens when I'm reading or saying something important. 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords reversed. And the Magician reversed. I'm really sorry. Him and you guys are cool. Okay. Yeah, this does not look like communication is going to be happening again. I don't like to say things like, it's an impossible possibility, like it's not possible, like, period, it's just not possible. I don't like saying those kind of things. Yeah, it is, I guess, it could be a possible possibility, but the chances are not good. We have both the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles here reversed. It's like he's not, I hate to say it, but, and 6 of Swords reversed. I don't believe you're on his mind as much as, I don't believe that, I don't believe you're on his mind as much as he's on your mind right now. Swords being the realm of the mind. I don't feel like he's with anyone. I know that wasn't the question, but the energy I am getting is he's kind of in a loner kind of space right now with this 5 of Pentacles. And I also think there might be some issues with money or work that are taking up a lot of his mental and energetic space. Work, Knight of Pentacles reversed. I feel like there's a lot going on, and he doesn't feel good about himself either. This Magician reversed, he feels very out of control. Not out of control, but like, not like he's like out of control, like he's gonna do something crazy, but you thought work was going well for him. Doesn't look like it here. Doesn't feel like it. Knight of Pentacles reversed, 5 of Pentacles, the Magician reversed. I mean, we didn't ask about work. We asked if he was going to reach out to you, if you guys were going to talk again. The answer was no. But with that answer, this was the explanation I got. So you also have to bear in mind that tarot is about reading current energies. So as it stands right now, it doesn't look good. He's in a rough spot. He's not thinking about love. He's not thinking about connections. He's focusing on, he might be on the verge of, like, he could be doing well at work, but maybe something, like, I'll tell you this, girl, it's a crazy, crazy job market right now. And quite a few people I personally know, that were doing and have been doing really, really well in their work and their jobs, are like being threatened of being laid off right now or fired. That's kind of the energy I'm getting, is he's kind of grasping at straws, trying not to lose his pentacle situation. Yeah. And keep in mind that, this is just current energies. That's why I didn't want to say you guys are never ever going to talk, but as it stands right now, it won't happen, like, within the next few months or anything. I hope things improve for him. Because it sounds like he's just in a dark place. Got nothing to do with you, at all. I want to make that clear. It's got nothing to do with you. It's he's got his mind on no one but himself right now. And I almost get depressive energy from him. When we're going through depression, or yeah, especially depression. I hate it sounds mean putting it this way, but it's kind of a selfish. It renders us rather selfish because we're kind of put into survival mode, and it's you know, I feel like there's a lot of things that he's at risk of losing, but I feel like they're all work related. What does Carlos think and feel about me, especially since he keeps watching me? Okay, so he keeps watching you. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because Spirit said that it didn't say. I wasn't getting that he wasn't on your mind at all. He's a good person. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't get that he's a bad guy at all. No, no. I get good vibes from him. I just get that he's in a place where he's he would probably really love to have, you know, what it is, Sully, before I get into this, and I've seen this before, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in this position where if he's feeling really vulnerable right now in his way of survival, magician reversed especially, having, you know, looking, you know, a beautiful young lady that you got along with, and remembering that, like, I'm sure he does, think about it, and that's why he looks at your socials. But I've also seen people in that, especially dudes that are in that position where they're feeling like they can't provide for even themselves, or they're at threat of like losing that, where they feel like romantic connections are almost like a luxury, you know. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'll be just 2 seconds. Sorry about that, silly. Okay. I might also be Delulu, and him watching means nothing. I wouldn't say someone watching your stories means nothing. I mean, okay, I guess I look at certain people's stories that I'm not like interested in, but I'll tell you what, girl, the exes stories that I look at, does that mean I'm necessarily interested in them? Some of them, not. I mean, well, I'm not really interested in any of my exes, but I don't really look at stories either, so I'm probably not a good, probably not a good like source of information here. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Messengers and spirit guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Messengers and spirit guides. Oh, this is the. Oh! Yes, 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 I do remember. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings? We had fun, but in the end, something happened. Yeah, I remember. And he's in California, right? He's long distance. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guide. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guide. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guide. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What are Carlos's current thoughts and feelings towards Sully? Death. 10 of Wands reversed. 9 of Wands reversed. The High Priestess. 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles reversed. 2 of Wands reversed. Again with this Magician reversed. Page of Wands. And 4 of Swords reversed. Okay. Yeah, he's not a bad guy. Did we pick up player energy from him? Because I kind of get, like, little Romeo energy from him. Like, he may not necessarily be a player, but he's a good-looking, I mean, not like he wouldn't, I'm sure he's a good-looking guy or a good-looking lady. But I feel like I want to say he takes advantage of the fact that he's good-looking. But, like, he's flirtatious in his pop. Yeah, I get that sense. Like, it's not, I don't want to say he's taking advantage. He's not, because he's not using people, he's not taking advantage, but yes, he's very liked, he's very adored, yes. He is flirtatious and popular. I don't know, how, like I said, I don't feel like he's with someone right now, but in terms of his thoughts and feelings towards you, I hate to say, I don't think that you're on his mind too deeply here. We've got both this 4 of Swords reversed, 6 of Pentacles reversed, Death, right? Well, yeah, so 6 of Pentacles reversed is an unequal balance of give and take. And I do believe he thinks about you, and I do believe that he still has some residual feelings for you. But the distance, I think that was a big kicker. I know you guys had like a bit of a disagreement, and a parting of ways. But I think that the distance is a big one too. It's a lot. And when you, did you guys start long distance? Or, it's okay if he doesn't, you can't. Yeah. Oh, I'm always blunt with you, girl. I'm blunt with everyone. I'm blunt with everyone. It just hurts sometimes to be blunt. But it's all good because the truth sets us free. Yeah, this 10 of Wands reversed, 2 of Wands reversed. He's definitely got a lot of burdens, and he's definitely got a lot of burdens in his life. That 10 of Wands reversed and 9 of Wands reversed right next to each other there. Definitely has a lot of burdens in his life that are preventing him from kind of being that guy that we were just talking about. Yeah, I met him at the festival in 2023, then we went together in 2024, always long distance. That's hard to maintain. That's hard to maintain. It's, I tried something similar in the past, more than once actually, and it's very difficult to maintain. I think the only time long distance, the only time I've ever seen it work was when people meet and have known each other for a long time in like the same vicinity, and then they have to move for like a certain amount of time, and they know how to work and communicate with each other. But if you're just starting the relationship, it's not a good launching pad, long distance, because the most important thing in a relationship is really the proximity of the person to you, how close they are to you, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, energetically, all of those things, but what we were talking about earlier, Mr. Popular, he's not feeling that. He's not really feeling his mojo right now. This is the second time we've seen this Magician reversed card. We have this right underneath the Nine of Wands reversed. This Nine of Wands reversed is a feeling of lack of ability to conquer the challenges that have been presented in one's life. So I do feel like he's been beset with quite a few issues here. That may even be some family stuff going on as well. But yeah, he's just trying to fight. I feel like he's 100% focused on trying to just like put out fires, essentially metaphorical fires. And again, like I mentioned in the last reading, he's at a point where, and I don't think he's been in a place like this before in his life, where he felt that being in a romantic connection would be like a luxury at this time. It's not something he can afford energetically, emotionally. He may even be having some financial issues right now, or is scared of. I feel like it's more he's scared of like losing his wealth, and can't compromise that energetically in any way. You know, I just feel like the man doesn't have the bandwidth for romance right now, or for entertaining romantic thoughts about anybody. I do still stand by what I say. I do believe he has absolutely still has feelings for you. He still has a torch for you. Still finds you very beautiful, and does think about you from time to time. High Priestess, Page of Wands. At time to time, it is really the thing there. It's like he doesn't have a whole lot of time to spend thinking about things of such a nature. This guy's got to be. I feel like he's like scrambling right now, girl. I feel like he's like scrambling to save his job, scrambling to save something, and it's not a relationship. So I know you said he was doing well work wise. I don't know if you saw that on his like social media or if that's just what he told you, but a couple things to keep in mind. Things do change constantly, and if it's something you put on his social media, you know, people curate that. You know, people rarely put like, "Oh, I just lost my job," or "Oh, my job's I'm at threat of losing my job." You know, people don't post the negatives in their lives. They want to make people. We all want to make people feel like we're, or at least, you know, we want to present our best selves. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords reversed. He's frantic. He's not in a place where he can really even think about anyone. Four of Swords being meditation, taking a step back and like reflecting on something or someone, just not in that space. He's really trying to focus on himself. It's one of the I don't often say that about too many people, especially but he's really trying to focus on himself, and I just keep on getting this energy of like there's fires that he's putting out, metaphorical fires, something that he's trying to save, trying to salvage. This Nine of Pentacles is all about tending to one's own garden, cultivating that, and it's right prior to the Ten of Pentacles, which is love, family, romance, and financial security, like the whole shebang. But if you don't have this Nine of Pentacles, you're not gonna be able to have that next step. And it's like you can't even think about like romance or anything of that nature until he can salvage this. So no, he definitely hasn't forgotten about you. And I think that goes to show, you know, with him still looking at your socials, still looking at your stories. But the guy is definitely beset with a lot of burdens right now that are preventing him from having the space to really think deeply or like feel deeply for someone in any or not even deeply, but just like his mind is somewhere else. It's heavily focused somewhere else, like trying to save things. And also with this Death card too, the moon is in Scorpio right now, and there's a lot of transitions going on. There's people ending relationships. There's people starting relationships. There's tons of people starting new jobs. Tons of people I know, I just mentioned, losing jobs. And when I see this upright, this is telling me that he's definitely going through some major transition right now. I'm convinced he's really trying to hold on to his job. I feel it, I sense it, and it on just from a practical level, looking at it, from this date, May 21st, 2025, there's a lot of people who are at risk of losing their jobs right now, even if they were doing great. So, and it feels like it came as a total shocker and a total surprise. So yeah, if you said he was doing well, that's probably I have no doubt that's what's totally besetting him. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, Miss Sully. Yeah, God, long distance. That's a tough one. It's a real tough one. It's not impossible. I always tell people it's not impossible, but it is a challenge. You're very welcome, Sully. Thank you, love. I really appreciate you. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I'm so thirsty. Thank you so much, hun. So did you want a full reading, or did you want 2 mini readings? You got it. You got it, love. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. So I was gonna ask, girl. I was gonna ask. So what you been doing? What you up to? It's that time of year. It's spring. People are out dating. I'm glad you're dating. I was talking to another guy. We'll eventually hear from Nader again. He's a Pisces. I was told I will, but I'm unsure. Okay, so I'm assuming by another reader. So let's see if this reader agrees. I hope so. Let's see. Did you guys go on a date already? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides will slowly hear from Nader again. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides will slowly hear from Nader again. Are you enjoying life? Yeah, that's the way to go, girl. It's the way to go. Enjoying the present moment, being grateful for the gifts that we have. Absolutely. That's what I'm focusing on. So, if my spirit guides tell me I'm on the right track doing that, I know they feel the same way about you. We have in the past. He wanted to talk again, but back to no contact. How long have you guys been in no contact? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides will eventually hear from Nader again. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides will slowly eventually hear from Nader again. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides will slowly eventually hear from Nader again. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides will slowly eventually hear from Nader again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Nurse Masters and Spirit Guides will slowly eventually hear from later again. Okay. King of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Page of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, Two of Cups reversed, the Empress reversed, the Emperor, and Three of Pentacles. Okay. So since like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so my answer is yes. Yes, you are going to hear from him again. I'm not sounding too excited about it because I don't like this guy's energy. And I know you didn't ask me. You didn't ask my opinion. You didn't ask about his energy, but I'm not liking the energy I'm picking up. I'm not liking... I don't feel like he has the best intentions. I don't, or he doesn't, his intentions or his desires are not aligned with yours, is what I'm seeing. But do I think he's going to reach out to you again? Yeah. But that's just peculiar to me, that he said he wanted to talk again, but he's back in no contact. I understand needing time out for oneself. And your girl, you know, I have dated in the past. And I don't know if it's something about, I don't know how old you are, but I don't know if it's something about getting older, but like, I feel like the older I get, the more communicative people are. I'm hoping about, like, if I'm dating someone and they're like, they've got a lot going on and they got to take care of stuff, this is part of the energy that I'm seeing. This Nine of Pentacles reversed, taking care of oneself. There's stuff going on. He's got to focus on Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Emperor. However, did he bother communicating that to you? That's what I have an issue with. I have a feeling he did not communicate that to you, and if that's what his communication is like now, I mean, I know it's just the early stages, but and I know, did you guys meet on a dating app? Because I also feel like he is talking to other women, and I'm sure he hasn't told you that, but I feel I don't know how serious it is, with and I don't know how many there are, but I do feel like he does talk. He was inconsistent, and we ended up having a disagreement about it. Sorry, he wouldn't what? And you had a disagreement about what? That he wouldn't, that he, in his inconsistency, he couldn't just be communicative about it. Because I've dated people where they're like, hey, you know, we have this rhythm, you know, where we text, you know, so every so often, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be like, you know, doing this for the next couple days. Like, you'll definitely hear from me, like maybe once or twice a day, or maybe you won't at all. But don't take it personally. I'm not ghosting you. You will hear from me. You know, like I legit got that from people before, and I can almost cry. It makes me so grateful. Yeah, maybe the relationships didn't work out, but I think that's really key. People do need time out. Like, he was ghost and not say why he's busy. Yeah, see, that just feels like ghosting. That just feels like ghosting. And it is. If you're not giving like a reason, like saying, like, hey, I'm not ghosting you, don't worry about that. I know we're not like boyfriend. And I've had that. Yeah, I'm sure he's dating others, but it's fine. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've been in the same situation where it's like, yeah, like we don't owe each other anything. You know, we're just casually dating. But we are talking. We do like each other, but um, you know, don't take it personally. I'm not gonna ghost you. That's so important these days. Ghosting is a new phenomena. Like, I asked an older friend of mine not too long ago, like, what did people do in like the 90s and the 80s and the 70s? Like, we had phones, but what did people do if you were dating someone? If someone dated you and they like, did people just like not answer their phone or something? Like, I guess that's what it was. You know what it was? I think with landlines, people weren't on them all the time. Whereas if you have a cell phone, there's not a really great excuse to not just, it takes like 5 seconds to say, hey, how you doing? Hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you later. You know, it takes literally shorter than that, you know. So that just tells me that he's just not that keen, love. I do think he's interested. I do. With Page of Swords, King of Pentacles, but the cards that I want to see it bright, I'm not seeing it bright. I don't like seeing this Queen of Wands reverse. This is not you, honey. This is, he's also got some jealousy issues. So, you know, you should be dating other people too. I mean, you don't have to do whatever you want. But if you want to date other people, that's awesome, girlfriend. Do it. You know, like you're at liberty to do that too. You know, get to know people, see who's out there, see who's best for you, and make sure you have options. Just like finding the best job, you know, you want to make sure you have options and that you pick the best one. It's not about, you know, but it's not about, you know, what was I gonna say? Sounds kind of mean, but it is kind of like that. It's you know, you've got to. I don't mean like getting, like when you get to know people, not like getting super involved with them, but getting to know people. When I say dating, I just mean like, you know, like meeting someone for lunch, talking to someone, you know, befriending someone, getting to know them. And I feel that if you were to do that, if you're not already doing that, I feel like he would be very, very jealous. Whereas I feel like that's exactly what he's doing. I feel that things are not balanced in his world. I'm not judging him because he's a Pisces. But that's the one sign that I like refuse to date ever again. It never had a good experience with them. I get just, my clients have the worst experiences with them. I know that's totally prejudiced. I understand, but I'll give a Pisces only so much, like, dudes. My best friend is a Pisces. It's different with women. They're great. Like, having a Pisces friend, girlfriend is the best. But Pisces dudes, like, if I see even a pink flag, like, even like very early on, it's very, you're that way with Scorpios. Yeah, it's nothing against Pisces as a sign. We love our Pisces. It's just, Aquarius and Pisces, I don't think do very well together. Dating wise, we're great friends, but can't date them. And the dudes also, you know, feel, Pisces all feel more that inherently than any other sign. You know, they're very emotional people, and as women, we already are biologically hardwired to process emotions. Dudes, the Pisces dudes, I feel for them because they're very imbalanced, and I'm seeing that here. Yeah, it's like things are like his way or the highway with this Ten of Wands. I also don't feel like he would just be like a very dependable in the in the 70s. Well, I didn't come around until 1975, but landlines were more popular. But 80s, the cell phone was just getting popular. They were a lot bigger, and pagers too, Phyllis. I remember pager code too. But what about ghosting, Phyllis? What are your thoughts on like what the phenomenon of ghosting with the younger gen? Because I got a few thoughts on it myself, and I've read some articles on it too. So yeah, I really don't like this Two of Cups reverse. I just don't think he's looking for something serious, and that's okay. That's okay, but I believe you are, right? I'm almost positive you are. I just don't feel like he's looking for his Empress right now. I think he's definitely interested in you. It's Page of Swords, but I just feel like he's not, not a very serious dater. Yeah, it doesn't have a very high threshold for love or serious relationships. I even see this with this Page of Cups reversed here and this Three of Pentacles. Um, I have no doubt. This is what I'd be fearful of with him too. Is I would be fearful of this guy being a love bomber. I don't know how he's been towards you, other than no, they don't, especially Aquarius, February ones. Yeah, I'm a January. Oh, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm a January Aquarius, but I still have difficulties. Um, and my best friend is a February Pisces. Um, I'm sorry, Miss Sully. I need to get back to my thought. Yeah, I feel like he just has a very low threshold for like serious relationships. I don't know how old he is. And oh yeah, love bombing. I was afraid that he may love bomb you. Be very cautious if and when he does reach out to you again. I do think he is. So maybe he's just physically. I do believe he's physically interested. Yeah, I think he's interested in something lightweight. He's 43. Wait, babe, he hasn't grown up. Doesn't surprise me. I can't tell you how many times I think I'm reading for a 23-year-old dude and he ends up being 43. It's not even funny. I mean, it is. It's actually hilarious, but yeah, he's not. I don't think he's looking to settle down. You would think a man that age would, but I don't get that from him, or at least not in this situation. I don't know we didn't ask what his intentions were. We just asked if he was going to reach out again, but has he told you what he's looking for in a relationship? Or I definitely get the sense he's physically attracted to you. I feel like he's just not super serious about romance. And is he divorced perchance? Because this could be a matter of him being like kind of bitter about a past that he went through, you know what I mean? But I don't like the energy with this one. I feel like he told me he would like to settle down and have a child if he finds the right person. Okay. A little misleading. How early did he tell you that? Because I always ask people that. I try not to ask them too soon. He could definitely be divorced. Yeah. I'm kind of getting that energy, like kind of a bitter energy from his past. Right away, he told you, oh, that to me, that's a red flag. I've been told by dating coaches that's a red flag. I've been told by dating coaches also to not tell people because I asked, what you asked what he was looking for. I think asking what someone's looking for is fine. But I was told by a dating coach that that's a big mistake actually that a lot of people make, is telling someone what you're looking for immediately. Oh, and I just got chills on the left side of my shoulder and my ears burning on my left side. I think there is something to that. Not for everybody. It's important to know, like, hey, are you in this for something serious or not? But at the same time, majority of women who are on dating apps are looking for a solid connection. I can't say the same about men. I don't know about you, but I just haven't experienced that. And they will say what you want to hear. And even if you haven't said that you're looking for, a wife, or sorry, a wife, that you're looking for a partner and kids or a kid, they've got it. They know what we typically want, and I think to say that so early is a little. I don't know how seriously I could take that. Second date, sure. Second date, sure. Third date, for sure. I think that's when you should definitely get into it. Like, I used to, like, when I was on the dating apps, I used to have, like, on my profile, like, I'm only looking for something serious. Don't bother me if you're not looking for something serious. Well, I was bothered by people who told me they were looking for something serious, but totally weren't. did they get to have a fun, lighthearted time with me? No, because I clocked pretty fast. Thank God. But so I removed that afterwards. I was like, no, not putting what I'm looking for. Like, if you want to get to know me, that's fine. But um, yeah, it's an approach to try. It's an approach to try. Um, you know, I can't say it's has 100% success rate, but I do think when I first heard it, I was like, nah, that sounds crazy. When I first heard the dating coach say that, I was like, that doesn't sound right. And then I thought about it more and more, and especially like with the readings I've done as well, not just in my life, but readings, friends of mine. I'm like, you know what? Like there is something to be said about that. I think, um, just kind of holding your cards a little close at first, and not because dating at the end of the day, whether we're looking just for someone fun or like a short fling, or we're looking for something long term, we still have to date at first. Like I've heard from a few clients of mine, like I won't go on a date unless they're totally serious unless they're only looking for something serious in love. Well, you can't determine that right away. That's something that has to be determined over time. Because one's honesty, you got to determine how honest someone is first, which can take a while. Um, what else was I gonna say about that? Yeah, either way, whether someone's looking for something serious or not, you got to get to know one another. And yeah, I didn't realize there's so much to learn in dating. Girl, I'm 39, and I thought I knew. I thought I knew all the ins and outs. Like by the time I was 28, and I've learned so much more. And things have changed so much. Girl. Like, I mean, I think I've met almost every person I've dated online in some capacity. Like, even when I was like before dating apps were around, like I would like usually find people like on like message boards or something, but I always meet people through community online. Thank you very much for your donation, Phyllis. Thank you, love. So you would like to do a mediumship today. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the landscape, Sully. I think it's the landscape, and also with dating coaches and stuff. I don't pay for this dating coach. I just found some of her videos, and I do take them with a grain of salt. Um, and I don't take everything that all of them say to heart, because they all have different things to say and different advice. And but yeah, no, there's a lot of it's a game, like they say, playing the game of love. Games, there's strategy, and yeah, that's the tough part is just ending those games, getting to that point, and because I hate playing the games. Thank you so much, and thank you very, very much, Sully, again. Well, there's a song by Janis Joplin called Get It While You Can, and she goes, when you're finding love, you're always taking a gamble with a little sorrow. And there's no one that you can count on, baby, because we don't know if we'll even be here tomorrow. Yeah, you're gambling with a little sorrow. But if you don't try, you'll never know at all, you know? Um, like with anything in life. Thank you so much, girl. Much love and light to you. Much love and light to you. Now, Miss Phyllis. So, I'm assuming that you want to do a mediumship with your brother. I'm gonna wait till Phyllis is in the chat. His name's Jason. Right? Jason Thomas. Jason Thomas. Yeah, I feel him. I feel him. Was he a Taurus? Who's a Taurus, right? Jason, yeah, Jason Thomas. Yeah. He came right through yesterday. Aries, okay. Alright. We are going to do this. Alright. You know what I want to do, Phyllis? You know I want to double check. But I know, yeah. I'm going to double check. But I know he's going to come through. I know he's going to come through. I'll be right back. Yep. Bingo again. Right away. That would have been tough too, girl. I would have had to refund you, and I don't know how to refund on SuperChat. We would have had to go through a rigmarole if he wasn't around. I got a little nervous there. I was like, "Oh, please, Jason." I felt him immediately, but I just wanted to double check with my angels, and he is so here. Yes, awesome. Do you have any particular questions that you want me to ask him, or any messages that you want to impart for me to impart to him while he's here? And for those of you who are watching, I am starting a mediumship for Miss Phyllis right now. So please, if you have any comments, please keep them to yourself, except for you, Miss Phyllis, of course. Speak to me, girl. Only Phyllis and I are allowed to talk right now. Please, please, if you do have anything that you would like to say, make sure it is respectful and loving and kind, and just save it until I'm done with the reading. Thank you so much. Not you, Phyllis. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other one person watching right now. Okay. I just want to make sure this is all clear. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, dearest Jason, Thomas, Dawkins, please come through with any messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, Jason, please come through with any and all messages that you have for your sister Phyllis. There's no students for you guys, Jason. Please come through the normal messages that you have through Sister Phyllis. There's no students for you guys, Jason. Please come through the normal messages that you have through Sister Phyllis. Thank you. You didn't suffer, did you? Also, do you know your friend Jay is now married to a foreign woman from the Philippines? Also, I think Dad feels guilty that he didn't get you to the hospital. And are you and Angie getting along? You both wanted to take care of Mom. Who is Angie, hun? Is Angie your aunt? Or a cousin of yours? We have Knight of Cups. Your sister, okay. Three of Wands reversed, and she's passed too. You and Angie getting. I have two sisters and a brother, and you're the only one left, Phyllis, on this planet. I thought you had two brothers. I didn't know you had sisters. Oh, he was your only brother. Shoot. Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Lovers reversed. Yes, 2 years ago. I'm so sorry for your loss, Phyllis. So much love and light to you. Knight of Wands reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. Five of Wands. Strength reversed. Page of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Justice. Seven of Wands. Queen of Cups reversed. Six of Swords reversed. And the Emperor. Why can't anyone stay with me? They left Leroy, left my mom. I'm so sorry, Phyllis. I'm so sorry. Switch first, justice reverse, or justice is right. Okay, I'm trying to save there, Jason. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, he's got some really lovely news for you, Phyllis. That I haven't picked up for you recently. There's a gentleman coming into your life. You have not met him. You have not met him yet. And he's saying this is what they do. He won't tell me specifically who it isn't or it, but I'm asking if it's Aaron, and he's not saying yes, and he's not saying no. I think it's I don't really, because of that, I don't really think it's Aaron. Yeah, I don't think it's Aaron. Don't give up on Aaron. Don't give up on Aaron. But I think I truly feel, I believe, I know there's a man coming to you. That's what he's telling to me. That's telling me, and I believe you're gonna meet this person at your work. I don't, and it's not someone who you're gonna work with. It's not a coworker. It might be someone that like works through like a third party of some type at your new job, of which you are getting. I'm gonna get to that in a moment. He wants to reassure you that you are gonna be a farm tech. Love, absolutely. Wow. Yeah, Seven of Swords reversed, like, this person, you're not going to question at all, like, where they're at emotionally. Like, I feel like you're going to be wooed. They're going to, like, it might be a customer of yours, maybe leaving, like, flirtatious notes, but this is definitely an energy. This Knight of Cups energy is very romantic, very, very romantic, and not love bombing. When we're looking at Seven of Swords reversed and Justice, there ain't no love bombing there. That's very genuine. It's someone, showing you that they're interested in you. Wow, and that's like the dream, right? Like that's like the dream. A guy, just like pulling out the red carpet for you. Um, we do have this Three of Wands reversed, Five of Wands, and Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is in regards to your work, to getting your job. It's going to it is absolutely going to happen 100%. Um, and Jason is saying that you've always had the virtue of patience and fastidiousness and hard work, um, but you do like to see things happen in a timely manner, absolutely. And Jason is saying that the right farm tech job is going to come to you at the right time. It's going to be right place, right time type deal, and it may not happen overnight. There's an energy of impatience here that he's saying, that you needn't have. Like, stay in the present moment, and just have, like, rest assured that you're putting in all the work, you're doing all the right things. But it's just an incredibly competitive market at this time. It's very competitive. This Five of Wands. There's other people who are also looking for the same work, and a lot of those folks have farm tech experience. So if there's any way, and with this Seven of Wands, like, he's saying, like this is meant for you, girl. You are a healer. You are supposed to be a healer. You're supposed to be a farm tech. This is what you're supposed to do, no doubt. And it's absolutely worth defending 100%. And work and keeping on fighting for, despite the fact that it is a competitive market right now. And I think with yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, he's nodding his head. Yeah, yeah. I believe I mentioned that to you, Phyllis. The idea. Have you considered the idea of getting an internship somewhere, or is that a possibility to get some work experience under your belt? Because you have the certification now. It's about having the experience. At least that was I've never tried to be a farm tech, although a good friend of mine and coworker is a former farm tech. Maybe they would have some advice to share. You had an internship. Oh, so you've already done one. Okay, never mind. You might even want to you might want to continue with another one, possibly. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot to ask, but with this Knight of Pentacles reversed right here, this Knight of Pentacles reversed is absolutely a means to an end. But it's about there is an element of working for free, but it will pay off in the long run. Sorry, I want to give me just a moment here. And a big part of this too is continuing to believe in yourself, Phyllis. I believe you do believe in yourself. I believe. I do believe that you believe in yourself. But with this Strength reversed right in the center, and what I'm hearing from your brother, is that while you do believe in yourself, and you know your value, you know that you know your worth, you know your value, you actually don't. It's actually a lot higher. It's actually a lot higher than you would think. And sometimes, and we're human beings, sometimes, something will happen, and it makes us question, where our value or where our worth is. But your brother's saying, and I agree with him, like, don't let other people's, it's hard, it's easier said than done, I know. But there's a lot, one of my favorite sayings that someone I knew used to say, one of the only wise things they ever said to me was, mind over matter, Sophie, mind over matter. If someone does or says something to you, that you find hurtful and they don't matter in your life, say they're not a friend or a family member or someone you care about, then you shouldn't mind. You know, mind over matter. Others that are not important in your life, that are should not determine your self-worth or your self-value. And I don't believe that's a huge case here, Phyllis, but I do think that that's something important to keep in mind, especially um, while you're continuing on your journey um, in getting this farm tech job. I'm at a crossroads with Aaron. I don't know if I want to keep going the coffee shop. I'm emotionally spent on love. I stopped. I shoved it so far into the background so much that I'm on the shade of on this. I'm the shade of the. I don't know what that means. I'm the like Sade, like the singer. I'm reading it like Sade. I'm like Sade. I'm Sade. I'm the Sade of love. What does that mean? I've never heard that. Yeah, and you shouldn't have to wait. Are you Sade only puts out a Oh, I think her name's pronounced Sade. I'm pretty sure. I'm obsessed with Sade. Oh my god, I love her so much. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? This is no ordinary love. Yes, yeah. And have you seen her recently? She looks exactly the same. Girlfriend looks exactly the same. I mean, she's stunning. Oh my goodness. But yeah, she rarely performs. I've never gotten to see her perform. Um, but think about it this way, Phyllis. You've heard all of her albums. I've heard all of her albums. Are there any? Are there any? Every single album, every song is beautiful. She's never put out albums where there wasn't like every single song could easily be a single, you know? And she just had like number one hit after number one hit because she doesn't put out crap. She's a Capricorn. She does not put out crap. Like if she's gonna put out work, she's gonna do something that's really, really good, you know? Um, so I don't really know what you mean. Okay, so yeah, you've kept a distance from love for a while. Um, and that's what I'm saying is this is what and this is the energy that Jason is trying to convey is this man is gonna woo you. You shouldn't be wooing a man. You shouldn't be out looking for a man. That shouldn't be like this man is gonna be. I don't either, girl. I don't either. It's hard for me. It's hard for me. Um, but there is a good guy who's coming in. Excuse me. If I'm burping, that I don't know if you've noticed this. Excuse me. It's not even burping. It's like yeah. When I have something very important to say and that starts happening, that's when I know it's even more important to say. I'm not joking about this girl. There is a man coming into your life, and it's not. And if he's specifically telling me he's going to be pulling out the red carpet for you, like it's a matter of like you won't have to question whether this guy likes you at all because he'll be showing you. He'll be showing you, and I don't. I think yeah that's it's okay to go to a coffee shop every once in a while. You know that's wonderful. You know having a little like local area to go to and have coffee and do some work and hang out with locals. That's wonderful. But for the and I believe I said this too. But don't go to the coffee shop just for the sole reason of running into Aaron. It's that's there's more like there's so many people at the coffee shop that you can make friends with and you know things to do and just like putting yourself out like in the community you know and yeah like I don't think the coffee shop's a bad idea. I just think the idea of going just for him would be is not ideal. But I know you. It sounds like you. I don't know if you actually. I don't even know if you like the coffee shop. If you don't like it, if you don't like the vibe, then I wouldn't continue going. But I think finding a little coffee shop that's of your vibe and you can like a little place in your community. I don't know if you have one, like a little like cafe or something that you like to go to. But I think that's really important for a sense of community here. The Lovers reversed, Page of Pentacles, and Six of Swords reversed. Sorry, yeah, Page of Pentacles, Six of Swords reversed. Yeah, I'm feeling more, this is more about your job coming up as well. It's not going to be, I think it goes in, honestly, yeah, and he's nodding his head. This goes in tandem, what I'm about to say, with the dude that I've mentioned and the job that's coming into your life. It's not going to be something short term. This is going to be, and it's not going to be absolutely forever, but I believe it's going to sustain you for quite a while with this Page of Pentacles here. And it's really what you're meant to do, and it's not something that you're going to, like, feel the need to walk away from. It's not something that feels like you need to get to the next level. There's lots of room for growth. And also in terms of this gentleman, sorry, I'm so sorry. I need to turn my notifications off on my phone. In terms of this gentleman, it's a similar energy, hun. It's a similar energy. It's a great start. It's gonna have a great start. It's going to blossom. It's gonna, and I feel like it's going to bring you a sense of, like, I don't know when your last relationship was, Phyllis, but I feel like it's going to be unlike any other relationship you've ever had. And I know every relationship's different, but kind of like the song I was just singing, this is no ordinary love. This is, it's not going to be something that you've possibly experienced before. I'm sure that you've experienced something similar, but it could be, this could really be the greatest love of your life, really. This is someone who you are not going to be questioning where they're at physically. You will not be questioning where they're at mentally, emotionally. You'll know from day one. You'll know from day one. Yeah, and not everyone gets to experience that. You know, I don't know if I've ever had that myself. Where I could say with confidence, like, I have full, like, you know, like, this guy's my rock. You know, I've never been able to say that. I've definitely been in love with men and love and in relationships. But I've never been able to say, like, yes, I'm sorry about the dishes. I've never been able to say, like, this person is solidly my rock. I'm getting distracted. 1 second. I need to go close the door. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, Knight of Wands reversed, Nine of Cups, and the Emperor. Yes, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's, like, nodding very fervently. Okay, and here we go with the air coming up. This is important, Phyllis. Listen to me and don't deny what I'm about to say here. I'm telling you, this is big love, and it's, like, making my heart pound. This is really, really wonderful. This is really wonderful. I don't know why I haven't seen this, and possibly because we haven't really asked this question, and this is not the question we asked of your brother, but he really wants to let you know this, that you're not going to be chasing after anyone. This Knight of Wands reverse, you're not going to be chasing after anybody. Like, they are going to be finding you. That does not mean that you know, to not put yourself out there. And when I say put yourself out there, I do not mean the dating apps. I do not mean going on dating sites. If you want to, you can, but I think we've talked about, I think you've mentioned you don't like them. That's totally fine. Sorry, I'm out of breath. This is a big message and I just ran upstairs. Okay, give me just a second here. Yeah, this person is not going, if this person is going to be chasing you, you will not feel the need to chase them. They're very, very romantic. They're going to really fill your cup. They're going to, Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is satisfaction, guaranteed, contentment, your cup's being filled. And then what do we have here? Emperor. This is a true emperor. Exact, and isn't that the way it's supposed to be, Phyllis? Exactly, exactly, exactly. My mom's always telling me that. People are always telling me that. Like, sometimes if I like a guy, little Miss Sophie, at least when I was younger, like, would sometimes, you know, be, I don't want to say too forward or anything, but it's like, let them chase you a little bit. Like, you know, don't, you know, stay busy, you know, let them know that you're a busy, you know, you're a hardworking, good woman. You've got activities and things to do. You've, you know, I don't know, do you go dancing or are you involved in anything like that? Like, I feel like a dance class or something would be great for you. I know that's not part of this, but that's just a random aside. I would love to see you get involved in like a kind of dance class or something. I never chased, I did once at 18, but never again with Libra. He wanted me, I didn't chase him. Yeah, and he didn't chase hard enough. Yeah, and that was his regret. You know, that was a big regret of his. Um, there were a lot of difficulties in his life with Leroy, the illness and everything, and just a lot of problems that were besetting him. And I with Leroy, I think it was a case of, like I mentioned earlier in the reading I did for Sully, where he got to a point where the idea of love and romance became like a luxury. Like the idea, like the very idea of it was like a luxury for him, and he didn't have the space for it. This man has the space to chase you. He has the space to woo you. He wants, this is the guy, he's gonna want to be your emperor. He will want to be your emperor, I'm telling you. And you're gonna know what you know what how it's supposed to go. You just mentioned it, you know. But you're gonna feel what that's like. Um, and that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you, and so is Jason. And yeah, the advice that both of us are giving to you is, if you're not involved in your community in like activities, I don't know if you go like to the gym or if you go like out into nature or like maybe a hiking group or something like that, but some kind of community. And this isn't so Phyllis meets her man, her emperor. Nay, this is just holistically for you. Just it would make you very happy and would help you in a lot of ways. And networking. You know, having lots of people around you, you know, there's the more people that you can keep, you know, have in your life. And I don't mean like, you know, like they don't have to be like bestest of friends, but just like a community of people. You know, there's always that, and the more you diversify, um, I often surprise myself with um, how different all the people I know are, and all the things they do and the opportunities that they might know that I might not know. Um, yeah, this looks great. This looks really good, Phyllis. So Jason, I don't know if you were listening earlier, but I want to tell you directly, that your friend Jay is now married to a foreign woman from the Philippines. And yeah, your dad feels guilty that he didn't get you to the hospital. He knows that. He knows that, Phyllis. He knows your father's guilt. He's aware of that. He's aware of that. And are you and Angie getting along? You both want to take care of Yes, yes. Him and Angie are getting along very, very well. Yeah, he's nodding very, very in deep agreement. You didn't suffer. Did you also, did you know? Oh, did he suffer? There was some suffering. He is nodding yes to all those things. He did suffer a little bit, Phyllis. It wasn't. What is he trying to tell me? Okay, saying in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't like it wasn't the worst. He said people have definitely suffered in much larger ways, in both living and passing over. When is this person coming? When is this person coming? Yeah, he can't tell me exact dates, but he said that it's going to happen most likely within the next two to 3 years. I couldn't. If it happened after 3 years, that would be very, very surprising to me, Phyllis, because we're even spirits. You know, there's only so far they can see into the future, but he can already feel this person's energy. I can't give you a specific date. And he's not. He's kind of keeping that vague. And I understand why he's doing that. Yeah, it's not just individual spirits. Also, my spirit guides, which are also individual spirits, but they're part of their own contingency. The angels that I communicate with, they never give time. They rarely, if ever, give very solid time frames. A couple of reasons there. One, the concept of time is very difficult for spirits to reconceptualize once they've left this heavenly space. But he's telling me it's more in this case, it's more that if I were to say to you, you're going to meet him in 3 months, and say, or 6 months, whatever, and say you did him and Libra meet. So give me 1 second, Phyllis. Okay, so say I gave you the answer 6 months, or Jason and I gave you the answer 6 months or whatever, specific time, and say you were dating 2 gentlemen, would and what if neither of them like they need you to figure out on your own, and you'll know when you know, like you'll have, and that's what I keep on, like, that's the loudest thing that I'm hearing here, is you'll have no doubt, you'll know who this guy is, you'll know when you know, like this is, again, this is something that you have not experienced. Did him and Leroy meet each other? Did you meet Leroy? He said he can if he wants, but he has not. No. So, did he meet him in real life? Because spirits tend to kind of stick with those. Well, not, yeah, okay, not always, but they often kind of stick with those they knew in real life, like personally. He can, but he hasn't. It's not. He's watching over you. He's watching over those of his family members and loved ones who are still on this earth. He's not fraternizing with. I mean, he does. No, he passed away. No, he passed before he did. Okay, yeah. It's not that he doesn't want to meet him or anything, but he's doing, your brother's doing a lot on the other side, and he's definitely like siphoning this gentleman's energy towards you. So yeah, giving a specific date or even giving a time period can be dangerous, because say you meet someone who is also really lovely, and then he doesn't turn out to be lovely. It wasn't this guy. Sorry, let me back it up, and I can't read what you're saying because I have to focus right now. I'm losing my train of thought. Say you meet someone in the next year who does sweep you off your feet and is wonderful to you, and then in like 3 months time you find out that he's been cheating on someone and has been love bombing you, you may think, oh, well then that guy wasn't really the forever guy. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it can be, I hope that makes sense, but it can be, if we have too much information, Phyllis, then it can warp our ability to accept what we're supposed to accept in this life. Like, what is he doing? He's siphoning the energy of you getting your job. He's siphoning the energy of this gentleman into your life. He's protecting your health. That's a big one too. And he's watching over your father as well. I know you take care of your father, don't you? But he's definitely, he works, he's saying he works a lot with energy. And the focus, yes it does, but I have been nonchalant about love. And that's fine, Phyllis. That's fine to be nonchalant about love. I mean, you were interested in Aaron, but, you know, you've been rather nonchalant about love, but he wants to see you happy and in love with a man. Even though it's not something that's like, you know, on your to-do list, it's not necessary, you know? But as our guides, and especially our ancestral spirits, I've never seen them not want us to be happy with someone romantically. Unless they know specifically that we don't want it at all, they do want to see that. And if they can make that happen for us, they do everything that they can. So if that is something, it's not like it's something that you've never wanted. It is something that you've wanted, and I don't want to say that Jason wants it more for you than you want it for yourself. It's more he's seen the person who's going to be your emperor, sees how they're going to behave, and just knows what a treasure it will be to your life holistically. It's not necessary. True. It's not necessary. I guess love is not necessary. But it is. It is. It is as humans. And it doesn't have to be a romantic love, you know, but we are talking about romantic love here. You will not be dead by then, love. You are very healthy, and he's watching. He's taking care of your health as well. He's taking care of that. No, you will not be dead in 3 years, honey. No way. No way. Then I got some stuff to worry about too, because we ain't that. You're not that much older than me, girl. There's not that much age difference there. No, you will not be dead by then. And why, Phyllis? Why would your brother have said that if he felt that you weren't going to be around in 3 years? He wouldn't have said that. So I know, or it'll probably. I really hope not. I truly hope not. That is a possibility, but Phyllis thinking those things is not good. That's not good. That's not conducive to, like, yeah. It's totally realistic to consider the worst case scenarios, but to say that they are going to happen, like, oh, it'll probably happen after I'm dead, that's not good, Phyllis. You might manifest that. And that's what I tell people all the time. People, I heard from one of my clients the other day, every man treats me like shit, so I'm not going to love ever again. I'm like, okay, turn that around. Because you just made, like, not you, but she just made a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm like, girl, no, it ends here. I escaped an abusive relationship. I've been through a lot. I don't talk about all the shit I've been through in my life. But you've got to restructure your way of thinking and speaking. And I learned that from my abusive ex. That I learned, and that's all I will say there is you speak like that, you're going to start manifesting some things. So you got to stay a realistic optimist. Be realistic, but always have the best possible, anticipate the best possible outcome. He was 44 when he passed. I already outlived him. You're very healthy, Phyllis. I'm telling you, he's watching over your health. And if you, that's another thing, Phyllis. My grandpa lived to be so old. You know why? And he was a smoker, smoked every day of his life. I will never say that I definitely attract men. Yeah, yeah. Wait, you will never say that you definitely attract men? I don't, wait, you'll never say it, or what? I will never say I will never love again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely not. Yeah, no, that's not good. And I was gonna say something else too, hon. Um, what was I saying? It might. I think it's gone now. But you know, yes, there is something to be said about pattern recognition. But if you know, just, like my client said, like every man has treated me like crap, therefore they're going to treat me like crap. Like no, that's not the case. You just are not you're not recognizing the red flags and you're putting all your eggs in one basket. Like you trust people too quickly. Like you got to be more careful and know that there are some people out there that are shysters and are schmucks, but there are good people out there, and it's just about taking our time and living in the present. Oh, that was it. Health as well. Being positive about your health. My grandpa lived to be very old, Phyllis, and he smoked every day of his life, and he never got sick. And that was his phrase. I don't get sick. I don't get sick. He didn't get sick. I think the last time the man had a cold was probably like when he was in his 20s, maybe. Guy was in a PO war. He was in prisoner of war camp in Siberia. You know, not the easiest start, but he always maintained his physical. Always. Excuse me. And now I'm getting these air things again. Girl, this is important. This is coming from my grandpa. You can't be talking negatively about your health. You are protected. You are protected, and you take care of yourself, Phyllis. And you have health. You have health insurance. You have access to testing and medicine. You're in a good place, and your health is in a good place. There's probably someone right now secretly in love with me. Libra was so it can happen again. Absolutely. Or as Jason just said. Yeah, I never claim illness either. Yeah, no. I'll say, even with, like, the anxiety that I get, it's the anxiety that I get. And I'm hoping I never get it again. I don't call it my, or like, I do sometimes accidentally say my ADD. Oh my god, did I really think it was the 21st today? It's the 23rd. I'm such an airhead. I'm so bad with dates. Yeah, never claim illnesses. Never claim illnesses. Because, yeah, when we take ownership of that, that's when it can take ownership of us. You know? But going back to you saying that someone is secretly in love with you right now, that's possible. Absolutely, Phyllis. That's totally possible. But what Jason was saying is you haven't met this person yet. So if you haven't met this person yet, and he's saying that this person hasn't met you yet, this is like fateful. So that's why I'm also saying, like, get involved in your community. If you don't want to go on dating sites and stuff, I hear you, girl. That's totally fine. But get involved in your community. Put yourself out there in that way, and not just for finding a man. It's also what I'm emphatically trying to say. You're not just doing it to find a man. It's not the MO. It's just to shine your light. To shine your light. Let others see your light of every walk of life. New friends, new connections, networks. They don't have to be romantic. Yeah, never claim illness. Thank you very, very much, Phyllis. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you, Jason, for coming through for me, for your sister. Thank you so much. I really don't take that for granted at all. That means a lot. And there's some good things coming. Good things coming towards you, girl. Good things coming towards your sister. Yeah, good things coming towards you, love. He's working hard. I've been told by a certain spirit guide of mine that they actually love, as sad as they are that they departed this world. Yes, so a job and love are both coming. Yes, absolutely. But patience and stay in the present moment. Okay, so, you know, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. You know, the sun's coming out. Get involved in some kind of community of some type. I don't know if you like gardening, whatever your hobbies are. Get involved in some kind of a hobby. I mean, you don't have to, but I think that'd be great for you. Um, and yeah, keep on, you know, keep on keeping on with the job search. You're on the right track, 100%, 100%. You do? Oh my gosh, that's so cool, Phyllis. I always wanted to play piano. I always wanted to learn. Have you ever given lessons? Yes, yeah, I told him that Jay is married to, that he got married to a Filipina lady. That's what I told him. No, I've been obsessed with that instrument since the 80s. Yes, I love the piano so much. I play guitar. You would assume, or I guess you would think. I've been told that if you play guitar, you can usually pick up you can usually um, pick up piano, not too difficultly. So we are all caught up on donations. So yeah, so the donation queue is currently open. I have been on for a little over almost 2 hours now. So depending on how many questions we have, donations we get, I will probably be on for about another 10 minutes. All right, so I have been on for exactly 2 hours now. So I'm going to, it's that time. It's that time. We're going to do a last call. Last call for any and all donations. Will I be on tomorrow? That is up in the air. I don't know. So if you have a burning question that you need to have answered, now would definitely be your time to slide in and get that question answered. Last call, everybody. For any and all donations tonight, or today. I'm so used to going on in the evening. Although it could very well be evening for somebody out there. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations. Thank you. Thank you so much for your donation, Miss Phyllis. Thank you. What is coming ahead? Okay. Let's see. And you know we can only look so far with tarot. When we're asking what's coming towards you in the future, it's usually I've seen tarot look up to, up to about 3 years. I'm sure it can look farther, but it's really about current energies. Okay. Okay, so we can do like a 12 card reading there. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Phyllis? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Phyllis? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What things are coming towards Phyllis in the future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What things are coming towards Phyllis? Phyllis. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis that you should be aware of? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis that you should be aware of? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Masters and spirit guides, what things are coming towards Phyllis? Five of Swords. King of Cups reversed. The Tower. Nine of Cups. Two of Wands. The Sun reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. Six of Wands reversed. King of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. And Five of Cups reversed. Okay. So this is what Spirit wants you to know about what this is what Spirit thinks you should know at this time that is coming towards you. And this feels like we're looking like 3-6 months into this, into your life, Phyllis. I'm going to start here with this Five of Swords and the Sun reversed. Five of Swords is not a good feeling. We've all been there. Five of Swords is emblematic of doing everything that you were told to do in order to attain something or succeed at something, yet you still haven't gotten to that success or had that victory yet. And Spirit is saying that success and that victory is on the horizon. It can be difficult to see right now. It can be difficult to see when you are putting in a lot of effort and a lot of work, and you're on the right path, and continue doing what you're doing because you are on the right path, and it will result in the job that you are looking for. Right now, you mentioned that I apologize for the vacuum. I hope you can hear me. You mentioned that you have put romance and love on the back burner for a little while now. It's been a while, and Spirit is saying, like, don't right now, at least over the next few months, is not a good time to entertain romantic notions with both the King and the Knight of Cups reversed. He's coming, girl, he's coming, but it's not going to happen in the next 3 months. And they're saying that it shouldn't happen in the next 3 months, because if you were to find love or search for love in the next 3 months, it would likely be the wrong person, wrong time. Or it could be the right person, but wrong time. So patience, that Three of Wands reversed, patience is definitely a virtue to continue harnessing your love. The Tower and the Ace of Cups reversed. Now the Tower is an abruption. Is a big change, coming your way. And when I see it paired with the Ace of Cups reversed, I need a little clarity, because that's I don't know if I've ever seen that pairing before. There might be a financial setback, Phyllis, over the next few months. You might encounter a financial setback. And it's not going to ruin your life or anything like that. It's not going to threaten your livelihood or your health or anything like that, Phyllis. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna hurt. It's not, losing any amount of money isn't. I think Jason knew he was going to pass one of the last things he said was he's going to pass. Oh, okay. Um, okay. That's really sad. I'm so sorry, Phyllis. Um, Nine of Cups, Six of Wands, reversed here. Sorry, I'm really sorry. My ADD has been very, very bad this week. PMS, thank you, PMS. And I just lost my train of thought here. We can continue talking about Jason, but can we just focus on this for just a moment? Because I just got a message and then I just lost it. So now I got to go searching for it again, and got the vacuum upstairs and that's distracting me. So I just got to focus on this love. Okay, Nine of Cups, Six of Wands reversed. We saw this card when we did the mediumship with Jason, that your cup, your wishes will be fulfilled. This is the wish fulfillment card. Nine of Cups and Seven of Cups are both wish fulfillment cards. And Nine of Cups is even better. Nine of Cups is the precursor to the 10. Ultimate contentment. Ultimate contentment. And there may not be win, like there may not be a huge victory over the next few months. This is just over the next few months with this amount of cards and what the tarot can really look at with general energies. There might be some financial setbacks, either financial or work. It could be what I'm thinking. It's less financial loss, Phyllis. I'm thinking it's less that and more not finding the job, not finding your farm tech job within the next 3 months. I mean, it's a really, really scary market. It's a really, really scary job market right now. I know that it's different depending on what field someone works in, and where they're located. I know that there's variables for sure. But I'm telling you, almost so many people I know in almost every field that they're in, if they're working, a lot of people's jobs are at risk. So so people who already have jobs are looking for other jobs because a lot of people have been threatened with layoffs. I vowed to myself at the beginning of this year to take a permanent, not permanent, but a year's Shabbat. Oh wait, I don't read the news. I don't watch the news. I don't read the news. Sometimes it accidentally pops up in my life if it's on TV and I'm at a bar or something, but that's it. Or if I hear it from someone, but that's it. And so I don't know what's going on in the news, but there's something. If I'm seeing this just in my everyday life, I know it is an issue. It's a nationwide issue, and it could go much farther. I know about the whole tariff thing and everything. I know about the government cuts, and so things are very, very tenuous and very, very competitive. That's the other aspect of the competition that's so difficult right now, Phyllis. And keep on going. Keep on, you are going to find your job, Phyllis, but it's not you. There are real reasons why it is taking as long as it is, and it probably wouldn't have taken this long if this was a few years ago or even a year ago. You're not just competing with contenders who have experience. I know you had your internship, but there's also contenders who are currently working, but are might be losing their jobs soon. So there's a lot of people looking for work and not a whole lot of positions available. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to get your job. It doesn't mean that at all. But it is going to take more fortitude, more of just what you're doing, what you've been putting in. I told you were going to pass the farm tech test, and it took a little while, but you did it. And I knew you could do it. And it's just about sticking with that motivation that you have, the focus that you have. I hope you don't have ADD, because it's a real pain in the butt, girl. It's a real pain in the butt. I hope you don't have it. But I don't think you do. You strike me as someone who has exceptional focus, very Knight of Pentacles focus. Well, and we've got King of Pentacles here. All right, yeah. Your ship's coming in, hon. I'm promising you, your ship's coming in. This Two of Wands and King of Pentacles. Two of Wands is a decision. Two of Wands is making a choice. So I really think that major traction is going to eventually. I know it. I believe it. I know that major traction is going to manifest itself in your life. Um, Probably towards the end of this 3 month period that I'm getting here. It I know, okay, maybe July, August. Yeah, it feels like, honestly, it feels like school time. It feels like early September, late August, I feel. And I feel like you may even have a choice between two different jobs. I can't explain that, especially with everything I've just explained with the job market, but that's what I'm saying is even with these difficulties in the job market, you are going to prevail. I'd be if you weren't going to prevail, I would hear from spirit. Like, you might want to try. And I've had to tell people, I've had to tell other clients, like, you may want to. I don't want to say settle for another job in the meantime, but you may have to. Just in the meantime, I don't. I have never had to tell you that. Maybe towards my birthday, which is yeah, you little Virgo, yeah, yeah. So I was just saying that you're that Knight of Pentacles focus, that determination, that hard work, that you're very fastidious. Keep on going. You don't stop. And you're going to see the results. It's going to pay off in dividends, honey. It's going to pay off in dividends with this King of Pentacles. You will feel completely balanced and restored and autonomous um, in terms of your finances and your work, you know? Yeah, this is absolutely worth defending. Keep on keeping on. Just what I was saying with the Seven of Wands. This is not something that Spirit is saying, like, hey, girl, we know that you should be a medicine woman and you are one in spirit, but it's just too difficult. You might want to try something else, or just even temporary. I'm not getting that. Not even temporary. They're saying, like, just keep on keeping on. Maybe, I don't know if you have side hustles that you do. That's not the same. Side hustles aren't the same, but, like, they're not saying, like, that you're not. They're saying this is what you're supposed to do. They're saying they fully acknowledge that it's not feeling great right now. And I totally understand. This Five of Cups reversed. It's like, when's my ship coming in? And I told you, your ship is coming in. It is coming in. It's empty. It's not empty, but you haven't your cup hasn't been filled with that farm tech job yet, but it absolutely will be. It absolutely will be. And when I think of the cup too, I always think about the Two of Cups and the Hippocratic symbol. When I see all these cups next to these pentacles, like, yeah, I know it. I know it's gonna happen. Your fastidiousness, girl, is off the chain. Like, you really have a really wonderful focus, um, and great motivation, and just a hard ass worker, girl. That Knight of Pentacles, that Knight of Pentacles. But Knight of Pentacles didn't even show up in that reading. We got the bloody King, not the King of Pentacles. It's wonderful. It's really good. So yeah, there's gonna be some ups and downs. Yeah. But just keep on keeping on. I promise you're on the right path. I've had to tell so many people, like, hey, Spirit's saying you're not on the right path. I see it in every reading. I've got to say something. I've never ever seen that. Never seen it. Never felt it. I always hear she's doing the right thing. Keep turning the wheel, girl. Keep turning the wheel, and you will see the results. You will see those results. Okay. Yeah, that would be the best birthday gift. Honestly, that would be such a wonderful birthday gift, and I feel it. I really do. Well, thank you so much, Phyllis. Thank you, love. Much love and light to you. And I hope I brought you some clarity there. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to do another last call for donations. I apologize again. The cleaners are here. I did close the top door to the stairs. Can't do that for too much longer, though, because the Kikis need to use their bathroom down here. But I apologize if anyone if you had a difficult time listening to me, Miss Phyllis. And you mentioned about Jason. I think Jason knew he was going to. Oh, yeah, that's so sad, Phyllis. I'm so sorry. And I'm not going to ask you, how he passed. I won't ask you that. Don't tell me. It's totally fine. That's just very sad. So far as love, it's not a yes, no, if so. And so, isn't it? Wait, so far as love, it's not a yes, no. If so, and so, isn't it? Oh, you mean Aaron? It, yeah, but I mean, honestly, Phyllis, my spirit guides did something similar to me. I've seen them do this. They've done it with clients of mine too, and they've done it with me, where I'll be looking right, like I'll be looking right at them in my mind's eye, and they'll tell me they told me something at the beginning of this year that I haven't told anyone. That is so exciting. I really hope it comes true. They told me that this was a big year for me, and I asked them, if it was a certain person, and they smiled. They just smiled at me. And I was like, and that I took that as a yes. Hi, Yvette. Yes, you may send in. Thank you. I took that as a yes. But what I've learned is they just didn't want to break my heart. And not that they didn't want to break my heart, but they also, I was fine figuring out it was someone else, that it's not that person. It was sad, but it's like, well, bring the other person. That's better, like whoever it is, as long as, the purpose is served, then that's all good. Yes, Yvette, you may send in. You have 1 minute to send in. Thank you so much, love. We're doing last call for all donations. Last call. Thank you. Yeah, but I'm focused on why I have a music block right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I've had a writer's block for a little while, and I am not a fan. I used to be a very prolific writer, I must say. For some reason I want to play again, but I've been stuck. So you don't just play, like, at all? Or? Yvette, did you want to make a donation, love? Maybe if you just started playing, Phyllis, I don't know. Maybe if you just started like playing some songs that you didn't know, that you did know, that you have memorized, like maybe like something can come from that. It's the same thing with writing. A lot of writers say the only cure for writer's block is sit your butt down in the chair and write. And you might not like everything that you write, and you might not like everything that you play, but at least you're doing it. All right, so it's been 3 minutes. Yvette, I did not receive your donation, love. Wait. Thank you so much, Yvette. You just came in pledged. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. Yeah, totally. That's really what you should do. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but I think that's a great idea. I always recommend that to fellow writers going through writer's block. Yeah, yeah. Ah, all right. I'll handle that with grace. I'm wondering if you're on a lag, Yvette. If you are on a lag, please just close the browser out and reopen it, and then we'll be on the same page, because it seems like things are taking a little while. There is a burner account that I have seen called Get Bussy on my account. Is it a Virgo or someone I know stalking? or lurking to be nosy? Is it a verb? Wait, do you want me to ask if it's a Virgo, or do you want me to ask if it's someone stalking or lurking to be nosy? And if you are watching this live stream, please be a buddy and remember to click the like button. It really helps me out. Thank you. Yeah, I think you're on a lag. You can close out the browser and just reopen it. We'll be on the same page, same time. Yvette, I think you're on a lag. Yes, I can see you now. Okay, so which one do you want me to ask? Well, stalking, lurking to be well, I guess those are kind of similar. Asking if it's a Virgo, those are three different questions. Do you want me to ask if it's a Virgo, or do you want me to ask if it's someone stalking you? Which one would you prefer? And we just received a donation. Please let me know what your username is in the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much for your donation, Andrea. Let me go ahead and add you. Yvette, please answer my question so we can continue. Thank you. A Virgo, so specifically a Virgo that's lurking, trying to find something. Okay. That's going to be tough with 5 cards of it. Yeah, I'll do my best, but it's probably not going to be that clear. I'll do my best. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo lurking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo lurking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo lurking, stalking Yvette, being nosy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Bussy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Queen of Pentacles. And what's your sign again, hun? Get busy. Okay. I'm not going to get the right answer, but I don't even answer it right. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Busy a Virgo stalking Yvette's account? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Busy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Busy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Busy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Get Busy a Virgo stalking Yvette? Mixed message and spirit guides is get busy, a Virgo, stalking Yvette. Mixed message and spirit guides is get busy, a Virgo, stalking Yvette. Mixed message and spirit guides is get busy, a Virgo, stalking Yvette. Mixed message and spirit guides is get busy, a Virgo, stalking Yvette. Mixed message and spirit guides is get busy, a Virgo, stalking Yvette. The Chariot, Knight of Cups reversed, Knight of Swords, the World reversed, and Judgment reversed. It's not a Virgo. Yeah, definitely not a Virgo. There's no Earth sign here. They're either a Pisces, Gemini, or Cancer. I also really don't like predicting astrology signs in readings. It's just a personal thing. I don't think it's super accurate. But I'm not seeing any even Earth energy here. Are they lurking? Yeah, big time. And this is someone who, this is someone who's not over you with the World reversed. This is someone who is nosy. They're nosy. Nosy energy, Judgment reverse. You're on their mind big time. And yeah, they haven't gotten over you. They haven't moved on. So this is someone you know. This is someone from your past. I strongly do not think it's a Virgo. I feel like this is someone who would kind of surprise you, to behave in this way, to be lurking like this. But I'm definitely getting, yes, they are lurking, and it's because they're not over you. I can actually see who that is, and I'm thinking, yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know about you, girl, but I actually have a list of every person I've dated, which isn't the weirdest thing, but next to their names, I have their sign. A Cancer is ringing a bell. Yeah, the Chariot was the first card that came up. And it's the major arcana, too. It's not just the court card. So I would think it would be more likely to be a Chariot. So, yeah, the Cancer. Especially if there's a Cancer in your life that's not, or that was in your life that's not over you. And that's kind of watery energy. I'm not saying that Earth signs don't do things like that ever, ringing bells even though you didn't feel comfortable with that. What do you mean ringing bells even though you didn't feel comfortable with that? Oh, no, I felt fine with that, honey. No, I felt fine. I just, with it's not that I don't feel comfortable. It's more, I typically don't really like to focus on that. Like, I really wanted to focus on like the energy of why this person had created this account and why they were watching you. But yeah, no, that I don't feel any Earth energy there. As a Virgo, I know, there's, and like, I know a lot of Virgos, we telling the signs that you're, yeah. And I think I guess all signs are prone to kind of spy in, right? But I feel like it's kind of, with the energy that I'm picking up, I feel like that's more of a water kind of like reaction or like coping method. But yeah, be careful there, love, because they're not over you, and that's very clear with the World reversed, Judgment reversed. They're watching your life. They want to see what you're up to, and ain't none of their business. But thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you, love. Miss Andrea, thank you for your donation. I believe you wanted a full reading. I would like a love reading about my current situation with my Aquarius ex. Will he reach out in the near... sorry, ex. Will he reach out in the near future, or will we reconcile? Okay, hun. Andrea, what is your sign, and what is your Aquarius's name? Your ex's Aquarius. What's his name? Andrea Rivera, please come to the chat. It is your turn. Thank you. Andrea, thank you. Excuse me. She's here! All right, cool. And excuse me again. And excuse me again. Miss Andrea, so what is your sign and what is his name? I'm going to ask it in 2 questions, okay? Because that is kind of 2 questions. We'll ask if you'll reach out in the near future. And we'll ask if you'll recognize. Well, I guess if the answer is no to the first one, you're Cancer and his name is Brian. Okay. The answer is no to the first. Well, I'm actually thinking now because the answer is no to the first one. Do you want to do that? Let's see. Or we could ask it as 2. It'll come out, but it's up to you. What would you want to do? Because on the other hand, so the first question I ask is and the answer for some reason comes out as no, I don't want that to be like a solid total thing because we are reading current energies. When I'm asking, if he's going to reach out to you in the near future, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think I will ask it as 2. Okay. All right, then. Those Aquarius boys. The first one is, will he reach out to you in the near future? And then the second is, will you guys reconcile? I mean, it's kind of 1 question, but I kind of 2. I just think it'd be more efficient to ask him 2. Okay. I'm an Aquarius, so I can say that. Those Aquarius guys, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? When was the last time y'all spoke? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? Thanks, messengers and spirit guides. Will Brian be reaching out to Yvette in the near future? A month ago. Your name is Andrea. Girl, I am so sorry. Yvette, that is not your name. Yvette was the girl I just read for. Oh my god. You know that little emoji with the monkey covering its eyes? That's me right now. Girl, I'm TMI, PMS this week, and when PMS strikes, that's when the ADD is the worst. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah. We've had some ADD moments tonight, but you know what? We prevail. So let me reshuffle, because that would have been the wrong answer. Thank you. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Brian plan on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Brian planning on reaching out to Andrea in the near future? So we have 7 of Swords, Strength, 10 of Cups, King of Wands reversed, and 8 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, he It's not, I'll tell you this, it's not 100% set in stone, but it's looking good, it's looking more positive than not. And of course I'll get into everything here. Does he have Leo in his chart? There's a lot of Leo energy here, the Strength and King of Wands reverse. Yeah, I do feel like he is going to communicate with you in the near future. So it's been a month, okay. This Ten of Cups right here in the center. Beautiful card, wonderful card. We love this card. Honestly, one of my favorite cards in the deck for sure, especially when it comes to love. Or anything for that matter, but especially with love. And he's still, I'm assuming, I don't know how, you have Leo, but you're not sure. Oh, okay. And were you guys, I don't know how long you guys were dating for. I don't know if you guys were intimate with one another. I'm just going to assume that you were, because we're all grown-ups here. Maybe you weren't, but we do have strength here. And King of Wands reverse. They're both very sexual cards. You were. Oh, I was going to say, even if you weren't physically intimate, that is something, that's the kicker here. I don't want to say that's all he's looking for, but that's big part of it. Big part of it. In terms of like actually putting in, I don't know why you guys broke up, but I feel like it was definitely a lack of effort on his part with this Eight of Pentacles reverse. That hasn't changed. He hasn't changed. He hasn't changed it. So whatever the reason was for your guys' breakup, it's still there. It's still there. And I normally don't save the word. I normally save the best for last, but this is a warning. Seven of Swords is the scariest card in the deck. It's lies, theft, betrayal, deceit, manipulation. So if he was a liar, if he was a cheater, that could very well be a big motivation for his communication with you. Because it definitely, like I said, it's not like he has it like set in stone, but I do believe it's something that he thinks about. I know it's something he thinks about a lot. I wish I could say what's holding him back is he doesn't want to say the wrong thing, but that's not what I'm getting. It's more, I'm getting more like he's trying to say the precise thing to get what he wants from you in this connection. He does have affection for you, Andrea. He does, but he's also not ready to, I just don't think he's ready to be a one-woman man. Which I'm assuming is what you're looking for. So yeah, I do think he's going to reach out to you, but whenever I see this card, I am on my P's and Q's. Like, that's a very, very ominous card. Extremely ominous. Even in its reverse position, it's ominous. It's not quite as bad, and it can have some good connotations. But in this sense, I'm really getting a warning here. And I don't know how long you guys dated for. How long were you guys together for? So now I'm gonna ask if you guys are gonna reconcile in the future. Again, I don't know why you guys broke up. But I would hope that if this answer is a yes, that it comes with a caveat of he's changing. Whatever ended the connection, whether it was him or you or both of you, I just want to be sure that that's come to an end. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Andrea and Brian reconcile in the future romantically? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile in the future romantically? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile in the future romantically? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. You're welcome, honey. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile in the future romantically? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile in the future romantically? Message and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile in the future romantically? Thanks, message and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile in the future romantically? Thanks, message and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile in the future romantically? Thanks, message and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile romantically in the future? Thanks, message and spirit guides. Will Brian and Andrea reconcile romantically in the future? We were together for 6 months. Sorry. Oh, you're all good. You're all good. I have a weird connection. My phone's got a weird connection. People have been having weird connections all day today. Must be something in the atmosphere. I don't know. All right, and let's see. We have 7 of Wands reversed, 5 of Cups, the Fool reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, and again with this King of Wands reversed. He wants things on his own terms. He wants things on his own terms, and that, yeah, King and Queen of Wands. He wants to be, if he wants to get back together with you, he wants things all on his own terms, and you've got to be okay with that. And these terms are not, you're reversed here, girl. These are not on, they don't align with your guys', I'm sure you guys have a lot of beliefs and things that do align, but in terms of what you're looking for long term from each other, I think that I think that's that 7 of Swords. I think he's probably saying things like, I want to get married, I want to have a child, this, that, and the other. I was telling this to another client of mine earlier. I say it a lot. Something I heard from a dating coach recently. Be careful about telling people, well, you guys dated for 6 months. So this wasn't about like new dating, but people will say what they know. Women usually, most of the time when we're dating, we are looking for something serious. It's very rare. Some women are looking for some fun, but it's easy for women to find fun usually. Like, it's, just go to a bar and find a guy, have fun, whatever. We go, I don't know how you found this guy, but if you found him on a dating app or something, that's with intention. That's with intention. And I feel like women use it for that intention. And I feel like a lot of men take advantage of that, and they know what women want, usually. I think a lot of men would be surprised to hear if a woman was just like, no, I just want to be easy breezy, beautiful, cover girl, play girl, whatever, have, date multiple guys. It's usually not what women say. Dudes often talk of, wanting harems and stuff, and I don't mean all dudes, but just, small contingency. There is that alpha male kind of contingency, and I'm not saying he's that kind of a person, but I am getting that kind of a vibe. 5 of Cups is feelings of loss, of a feeling of lack. The Fool reversed is not going. The Fool is the first card in the major arcana. It's the beginning of a journey. It's the beginning of a relationship. It's a start of something new, or a new start. And I just don't see it happening again. The 7 of Wands reversed, it's like what you feel is worth defending in your life and what you feel is worth like working for and working towards, he doesn't. And you guys dated for 6 months, so I would assume you guys spoke about, those things. I'm afraid that 7 of Swords could be, he doesn't speak the truth. I really don't know how truthful this guy is. And I'm not saying that he never had feelings for you. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I can see for sure is he thinks you're very, very sexy. Thinks you're incredibly gorgeous, very physically attracted to you. But I don't think he has the emotional reserves to love a woman like you, to really value a woman like you. Again, I don't know why things ended. You don't have to tell me, but something's telling me he did not value you the way that you deserve, and the way in which you're worth. And that's a him problem. That's not you. I feel like this has been something that he's gone through for a while. He's just, I just don't think he's very respectful towards women. sees, okay, I just heard afraid. He sees women as sex objects. And I'm not saying that's all he saw you as, but this reading and then the last reading when I said, yeah, he does plan on reaching out to you soon, but it's like really sexual. Um, you know, if that's something you're cool with, then you're on the same page. You know, if that's what you're looking for too, then you're on the same page, and there's nothing to worry about there. But if he's telling you that he wants like a big old happy family, I would be, maybe he does. Okay, maybe he does, but I would still be very concerned about his behaviors. You know, you can want a family, you can want to be married and want to be a father, but I've known many, I've seen it, you know, couples, you know, stepping out on each other, cheating, you know, and that Seven of Swords scares me. And so what I'm hearing from Spirit is to really reflect on, I mean, when you're feeling, you know, okay to do so, but reflect on why things ended. We have a tendency to reflect on the things we miss about someone when they're no longer in our life. Actually, my best friend when I was like 21 told me to do this. She's like, stop remembering all the nice things he did for you. I can't even tell you all the crappy things you told me that, and the list was way longer when y'all were dating. Like, remember that time when he did this? Remember the time he cheated on you? Remember that time he got herpes? Like, from that other girl? Like, the loser. This was my ex-boyfriend. And I was just in well, not in la la land. I was depressed. I was brokenhearted. We'd been dating for 2.5 years and we broke up because, yeah, he cheated on me and got herpes with some chick. Like, that is unforgivable. It hurt me, and so I was trying, and I don't know if you're doing this, and I'm not saying you're doing this at all. I was very young, but I think it's important to, if Spirit is saying, like, you know, they don't have your best intentions, or your intentions aren't aligned, or they don't have your best intentions in mind, why, you know, why did you guys break up? Because the breakup's usually happening because it's broken, you know. Some relationships totally are fixable, totally, but only oneself can heal and fix oneself. And if he's got an issue, if he's a cheater, if he's a liar, anything like that, you're not going to be able to help him, and only he can help himself. And I don't see him like feeling as though he has like an issue that he needs to work on. That's look. I mean, that all those cards were just big warning cards. Seven, like, yeah, not King of Wands twice, Seven of Swords. Those are all warning cards. So just be very careful, Andrea. And yeah, do some just, you know, you don't have to think about it for hours on end, but do some reflection, just or journaling, like, you know, when we were together and he did hurt me, when he did make me cry, when he did frustrate me, like, you know, you know, he will he be liable to do it again? What was it that caused that? You know, and you'll probably, I'm sure, I have no doubt, he will find that this is a him thing, and he's got to recognize that he needs to be more respectful. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, Andrea. Thank you very, very much for your donation. I hope I brought you clarity. I know it's a tough situation, but, you know, just know your boundaries and stand firmly by them, and know that your spirit guides have your back. You know, if they are saying that there's something to watch out for here, they're not lying. They've never failed me in my life and with my clients. They've never failed. They've never, and I do get warnings for myself too. They've never misled me. So they're definitely there for a reason. Thank you again, love. So we're gonna do another last call for donations. Last call for donations, everybody. Thank you. If you have a question that you would like me to answer today, I am going to do that for you. Otherwise, I will likely, actually, I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. I might not, I'm not sure. But that is a reminder. Excuse me. That is a reminder to y'all that It is so important to click the notification bell when you are subscribed to me, because then you will know each and every time I go live. Don't worry, I don't go on all the time. I won't flood your phone, but then you'll know when I'm live. Because having a set schedule is difficult when you've got a lot of jobs. So yeah. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations. Thank you very, very much. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody. Last call for any and all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody. All right, and with that, I'm going to call it a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you all so much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your donations. Thank you, Miss Phyllis, Miss Andrea, Miss Yvette. Who else? Miss Sully. Thank you all so much. I'll try and see you all tomorrow. And yeah,